Okay, Mondays. You've been bugging me for 3 years. Where's season 2? Where's more Wolf Among Us? Well, it finally paid off. Congratulations. Season 2.
Happy 2020, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. This is my first video of the new year. I just want to wish you all a happy new year from the bottom of my heart. And thank you all for the support in 2019 with The Walking Dead, The Last of Us stuff I did, Life is Strange, Fortnite, GTA, whatever we did. I want to thank you all so much for showing support on all that. This is a big year. I think this is the year my channel is going to take the next step. The Wolf 2 might not be coming out, but we've got a lot of information. We'll probably get a new trailer, some actual footage, gameplay, who knows. But in today's video, my first video of 2020, we're going to be discussing the new gameplay changes, improvements, whatever you want to say, on the new engine and what I would like them to be. They haven't been confirmed yet, but again, they're going to say this is like a Telltale game, but it's different. So we're going to discuss that very first. If we can go for our first video of 2020, we can go for 500 likes. Greatly would appreciate that. And make sure to check the article down below if you want to check out all this information I'm discussing. All right, everyone, let's get straight into it. So with the Wolf Among Us Season 2 dropping in 2021, there's a lot of opportunities that arise from this with all the time they're taking. From a development perspective, we're doing things pretty differently. We're using a new engine. I talked about the old Telltale tool, all that's done. So they're going to be using a new engine, building a new tool and pipeline. We're creating a hub and spoke production model that will see teams all over the world contributing to the game. So this is very interesting stuff. They're going to be all around the world developing this. We might even see subtitles for different countries. The Walking Dead final season, I think the first 2 episodes even had this. And we knew The Walking Dead final season had monumental gameplay improvements from past Telltale games. We had the free roam walking, we had the graphic black art style, we also had the collectibles we could get. Those were just minor improvements that they added to the original formula. And now what I think with them using a new engine now, they could even throw new things in now that we didn't see in a Telltale game previously before that. But just these little improvements made the final season a lot better for a lot of people. It gave you more interaction and didn't make you feel like you were watching a movie. For the players, well, you'll have to wait and see, but we have some pretty interesting thoughts on gameplay and interaction. The new Wolf Among Us game will look like a Telltale game, but there will be some innovation. So what potentially could be these innovations? Now we know, like I just mentioned, that Telltale with The Walking Dead made improvements. These might even be a lot bigger than what The Walking Dead brought. And let's discuss potentially what we could see. So with this game planned to be releasing in 2021, this is going to be on the next generation consoles, as well as PC. So I expect some major changes. They're not going to be too big, but this will still, again, as they said, look like a Telltale game. Firstly, what I'd like to see, just like The Walking Dead final season, is the combat, where we can control Bigby Wolf in some fight scenes. There are some really intense, gory, amazing fight scenes in the Wolf Among Us Season 1. What I would love for Telltale to do is let us control Bigby Wolf during these fight scenes. Let us be able to do just like as The Walking Dead final season had with us with the combat sequences. I would love if they had that. Makes combat feel a little more fresher and you feel engaged in the fight instead of just, QTE button mashing, which has been synonymous with past Telltale games. Secondly, I'd like to see choices get a little more expanded. What I mean by that, maybe, just like I said, choices actually mattering. I know just because it's new hardware, new engine, that doesn't mean they're going to make choices matter. But, man, Telltale with The Walking Dead final season, I expected multiple endings. I expect choices to make a huge impact, and I was wrong. And a lot of people were pissed off about that in the finale, Take Us Back, with, again, there only being one ending, even though Lewis, Violet, 10, they all could be determinate. It still didn't really change the story that much. Also, since again, you are a detective, sheriff, I'd like some innovation where we could maybe, discover clues of that kind of sort, like control Bigby, just like we did in the Wolf Among Us one, but make it more expanded. Make like a clue system. Batman Arkham was a really good with Batman having to discover things to find out certain things. Maybe, example, if we don't find certain clues, maybe since Telltale, again, it's a choice game, certain decisions and stuff can change as a result of this, or certain outcomes because we didn't find a certain clue. I would love if we could see stuff like that. And I think that's very possible to do with this new engine and this new enhancements that they're doing. Also, they're probably going to have collectibles like The Walking Dead final season, maybe to have more interaction. I think that's definitely possible. But like I said, having more rewards, maybe we can have different outfits based on finding stuff. That would be really cool. Having more control over what Bigby, you know, has on. I don't know that. But I mean, the iconic look, though, it is great. So I can't complain with that. But having certain things like the final season enhanced will make this game better. And everyone agrees The Walking Dead final season may have not sold as well as it could have done, but everyone agrees the gameplay improvements were a huge success and made the game a lot better. So with all this news, guys, expect graphical, gameplay, choice-based, interactive improvements. I don't know how major they're going to be, but considering this is a new engine, I expect some major things. So I don't really have anything else to discuss that come off the top of my head, but let me know down below in the comments, what improvements would you like to see that I have not touched on yet? Let me know down below in the comments. Make sure you guys subscribe and drop a like if you're new. We are 1 year away now from The Wolf Among Us Season 2, barring any change where it does come out this year. So let me know your thoughts. We'll have a lot of videos coming up this year for The Wolf Among Us, and hopefully we do get some news in a couple months about some things moving on. So let me know your thoughts down below, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.